All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Riley here. We are back for the afternoon video. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Taking a look firstly at your winter weather headlines, and as you can see, we got a lot to get to. We have a winter weather advisory that is in effect for our area for central South Dakota and then into eastern and southeastern South Dakota. So it is from basically Mulbridge down towards Miller and Pierre, and then over towards Chamberlain and Huron, and then Mitchell, Watertown, Brookings, and then Sioux Falls is included. And then southwestern Minnesota, Marshall, Pipestone, Worthington, and then into Iowa. So again, this does include Sioux Falls. So winter weather advisory, let's go ahead and read this off. This is in effect until 6 p.m. this evening for additional snow accumulations up to 1 to 2 inches. And plan on slippery road conditions. Hazardous conditions could impact this evening's commute. So that is for Sioux Falls. That is for the areas in the winter weather advisory. That is in effect. Now, there's also this up here in Corson County in South Dakota. We have a ice storm warning that is in effect. Significant icing of additional snow accumulations up to 1 inch and ice accumulations around a light glaze. Significant icing again, and this is in effect until 5 p.m. Mountain Time this afternoon. It says roads, especially bridges and overpasses, will likely become slick and hazardous. Significant ice storm accumulation on power lines and tree limbs may cause widespread and long-lasting power outages. Plan on slippery road conditions impacting this evening's commute. This does include areas just west of Mulbridge, Little Eagle, McLaughlin, Bullhead, McIntosh areas there, up there in Corson County. And there's a lot of just ice issues up in central and north central South Dakota. We'll get to that story. We'll dive in a little bit more in just a moment. I do want to mention also in northeastern South Dakota for Aberdeen, Webster, those areas up here, northeastern counties of South Dakota, they have taken them off of the winter weather advisory. So northeastern South Dakota, you are in the clear. Aberdeen, you are in the clear from the winter weather advisory. So we're going to take a deeper dive into the road conditions and take a look at what's ahead in your forecast. But first, let's take a brief word from our sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Okay, so let's take a look at the SD.511 map. And once again, looking at the road conditions. We looked at this morning. It was pretty bad in central South Dakota. Not much has changed. Central South Dakota is still a mess, unfortunately. Most of these roads are covered in ice and slick or covered in snow. Either way, roads are very slick out there, and a lot of these roads, especially in north central and central South Dakota, are covered in ice. A lot of these roads in Pierre look to be the worst. There is still a no travel advisory for Buffalo County. That seems to be the worst spot on the map. Also near Pierre. Pierre is another spot. A lot of these roads say no travel advised. Now, looking at this camera, I wanted to look ahead and look at this. This is out towards Fort Thompson, the Fort Thompson area. Look at this. This is why they have a no travel advisory in effect for this county. These roads are in terrible shape. Those are awful. Look at this. I mean, this is terrible highway roads. And yeah, just some awful road conditions out there in central South Dakota, as you can see there. I mean, and There is a couple cars, it looks like, on those roads, but no travel is advised for those areas. So, looking at Mitchell, I know Mitchell also has a lot of ice issues too. There's a lot of black ice in the Mitchell area, from what I heard. And a lot of these communities in central and eastern South Dakota is dealing with black ice as well as the regular coating of ice. So black ice is very dangerous because you can't really see it. So that is something we are dealing with as well. Sioux Falls, how are we looking in the Sioux Falls area? Well, just snowy. We had some snow, and we are kind of dealing with that. Now, interstate doesn't look too bad, but you look at this. This is that diamond on 41st Street, and you can see not the greatest. The roads are not in the greatest shape. Dealing with the snow on top of some ice potential, and that road on interstate going east doesn't look great. Could be a lot worse, but it's not great. Now Del Rapids interstate, not the greatest either. I would say, then look at that highway road right there. Look at that road. That road is almost completely covered in snow and ice, and that's up near that highway on Del Rapids. So, yeah, there's a lot of icy, slick, snowy roads out there today. All right, so jumping ahead, looking at your future weather map, let's go ahead and play this out for the rest of today. As you can see, those snow showers will continue across eastern South Dakota into Iowa and southwest Minnesota the rest of the day into the evening hours. And then once we get towards tonight, things will die down and we will see this activity fade away. Now, heading into tomorrow, there will be more snow out west, western South Dakota. As you can see there, that will slowly move, and it won't be moving that much. It's really just going to kind of be stagnant out here in western South Dakota tomorrow into northern Nebraska. So something to keep an eye on there in those areas. For Sioux Falls, we're not seeing anything yet. Not until Saturday, Friday night into Saturday. As you can see there, Friday night, it starts in southeastern South Dakota into Nebraska, and then into Iowa, western portions of Iowa. And then, as you can see there, Friday night into Saturday, there's some more snow. So this looks like a little bit more accumulation. I think we'll see some snow accumulations throughout this area. And Sioux Falls, be prepared for more snow Friday night into Saturday. So we're not done. We got today's system. It'll clear out tonight, and then we watch the next system come in tomorrow from the west to east, Friday into Saturday. Now, looking at the snowfall, the total snowfall map, let's go ahead and play this out. What can we expect? Well, looks like for the rest of today, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches in Sioux Falls. There could be a few spots here in Minnesota of 2 to 3 inches near Laverne, Worthington. Then you notice starting tomorrow, this snow out west. You get kind of a 1 to 4 inch band here in western South Dakota. And then as we go through Saturday, look at that. We got a swath here of snow, South Dakota into Iowa. Sioux Falls could see, anywhere from, 2 to 7 inches of snow. It's too early for specifics. Now, looking at a little bit different map there, I think this one is a little bit more realistic. I think Sioux Falls will probably be in that 3 to 5 inch range for additional snow on Friday night into Saturday. And most likely, this is going to be the path for the snow. As you can see there, South Dakota into southwest Minnesota and Iowa. And here's a little bit different view. This is the European model, showing you guys a little bit different picture as we go through the rest of today. Again, system clears out, then we watch the next system coming in tomorrow, and then Saturday really fills in there. But then by Sunday, as you notice, things clear out, and so we get a break on Sunday. We finally get a much-needed break. It's been a very active pattern the last week or two. or really, yeah, this whole month. The end of November through this month so far has been very active the last 3 weeks or so. Monday looks like another day where we're going to be seeing a whole lot of nothing, some quiet weather. And then by Tuesday, same story. So it looks like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for sure we'll see a break in the action. We won't really see much of anything. Now Wednesday there could be a system coming in, but that is 6 days out. A lot can still change with that. And after that we'll see what happens. But it does look like we will get a break after Saturday. And how about your wind gust map? Well, I do want to say out in western South Dakota, western Nebraska, we have seen some pretty strong wind gusts, anywhere from 30 to 50 plus miles per hour across this area. So we have seen some pretty strong gusts. Luckily, there's not much snow out there, so we don't really have any blowing snow to talk about. Now, as we go through the rest of today into tomorrow, looks like wind gusts will pick up here in north central and eastern South Dakota, anywhere from 20 to 40 miles per hour. And then as we go through, your day tomorrow, the wind gusts will start to die down as we go through tomorrow. And then we'll see what happens after that. But it does look like we won't see a whole lot of really strong wind gusts in the foreseeable future. And here is something I have not mentioned yet today. We are looking at another Arctic blast coming through our area this weekend. How about your windshield map? Let's go ahead and have a look here. Tonight into tomorrow, windshield's not terrible. Still, it's going to be cold out there, but we're not going to be seeing this Arctic blast until tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow. There you go. There's your temperatures really start to fall off here. We got wind chills in the minus single digits and minus teens, and even some minus 20s in Minnesota. Look at that. That is where that Arctic blast will be shooting through the northern plains. And then as we go through Saturday, looks like minus teens and minus 20s again for wind chills. Now looking at the European model, going a little bit longer range here. Saturday again, very cold wind chills. How about Saturday night into Sunday? Look at some of these numbers. Minus 30s for wind chills Sunday morning. Looks like Sunday morning is going to be the worst of this Arctic cold weather. Negative 35 Sioux Falls. That is very, very cold. Dangerous wind chills on your weekend forecast, especially against Sunday morning. Looks to be the worst of it. So heads up. Plan ahead for that. So wrapping things up with your 10-day forecast for Sioux Falls. Again, the snow today. Tomorrow, low 20s again. And then on Saturday is going to be the coldest day. It looks like 5 degrees for a high on Saturday, minus 14 for an overnight low. And then Sunday will continue to be very cold. And then on Monday, we're going to start to warm back up into the 30s next week with overnight lows in the teens and 20s. And not seeing a whole lot of moisture in the forecast yet. For Aberdeen, looks like we got a similar forecast. We got 2 degrees by Saturday. Again, we're cooling off this weekend big time with that Arctic blast. And then next week, we'll warm back up into the 40s by Tuesday. And then we'll cool down by the end of that 10-day back into the teens and 20s. And not seeing a whole lot of moisture either. For the Pierre area, looking like another cool down this weekend, single digits on Saturday with some snow chances. And then next week, we'll warm back up into the 30s and 40s and overnight lows in the 20s to low 30s. Not a lot of moisture next week either. And then for the Rapid City area, we're going to be much warmer because they don't have any snow out there. So we're looking at a big cool-off, though, tomorrow and Saturday into the teens and 20s with snow chances. But then after that, 40s and 50s returning to the forecast there next week with not a lot of chances for any kind of moisture. Overnight lows in the 30s and 40s mainly. And, yeah, 50s for highs. That's going to feel really nice out west. So this was sponsored by the Black Venom Outdoors and the Gatekeeper Security and Fence. We'd like to thank you guys for watching. Of course, stay safe as always out there. Be weather aware. Stay updated on the latest, and we'll continue to update you guys throughout the day as always. And thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this, be sure to give this a like and drop a comment down below. And subscribe to our channel as well. Again, follow us on YouTube, subscribe. And then follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and X. That is where we are the most active. So thank you guys for watching and stay safe.